you've been digging around up here trying to get the grass, don't it?
Yeah. Gotta find a lot more than tracks, though.
Yeah. This is polar bear country. Don't seem like even one of them Montana steers could live up here, does it?
You better keep hoping he does.
Oh, I'm hoping, all right. I'm hoping. One little yearling steer don't seem like he'd be that important, does it?
I don't know how he gets around. I sure can't.
He ain't got to wear these blooming things.
Yeah. That's why I had Mr. Griggs ride out with me, so he'd know the truth.
It's not pleasant, but we have to face facts.
Tyson, you lost half your herd to winter kill. Gorley, I figure your loss is close to 60%. You men signed these quitclaim deeds, and you get paid cash right now.
Ben. It's cold out there.
Oh, hello, Ben.
Paul, dropped by the bank to see you. Cashier told me I'd find you out here.
This is a business meeting.
Yes, I'm sure it is, Mr. Corey. What do you offer you?
$3 an acre.
$3 an acre. You approve of this, Paul?
Cartwright, you're sticking your nose into something that doesn't concern you.
Oh, it does concern me, Mr. Corey. The winter kill wiped out more than half the cattle on the East Slope ranches, including the Ponderosa, so it concerns me very much.
Well, it takes money to restock, and money we don't have.
Yes, it does take money, Ed. But that's what banks are for.
I just told Mr. Tyson and Mr. Gorley we're overextended. The almanac says the next one is going to be even worse than this one. A livestock loan now would be throwing good money after bad.
Paul, Mr. Tyson, Mr. Gorley, most of the ranchers around here have been your customers for a long time. You made some pretty handsome profits during the good times. Now that times are bad, are you going to sell us down the river?
Ben, the bank can't stand another winter kill.
We won't have to. Because we're going to breed cattle that'll survive the worst of our winters.
There ain't no such animal.
Oh, yes, there is, Mr. Corey. In Montana. Now, they have winters that are far worse than anything we have around here. And they breed cattle that pull through any kind of weather. Survival rate 90% or better.
90%?
That's right. I was in Montana last fall, and I brought back a steer yearling and put him up in Sawtooth just to see how he'd make out. I went back up there 3 weeks ago to check on him. That little steer was just as tough and hardy as can be and foraging for himself.
I don't believe any of this. There's a Grange meeting 3 weeks from today. My offer's open till then. Coming, Griggs.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Lois, up there. Sure looks fat and sassy to me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's a community effort. Cattlemen Association will have to handle everything, so I guess you'll be doing the buying.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Ben. I have to tell you, I lived in Montana.
What'd you have?
I'll ride beside you.
The usual.
You know, I went through a winter in Cutbank, coldest place in the country.
Yeah, it's cold.
When spring came, most ranchers had more cowhands than cattle. Now, there's no reason to believe that Montana stock would be any better down here.
But the This is a new breed of stock, though, you see. Raised in Bitterroot Valley. It's a cross between the oxen which pull the wagons in from Missouri and the cattle driven in from Oregon.
Now, if you've got a steer that can live through a whole winter on Sawtooth, I might believe that.
I think we need that one.
Hey, Paul.
Well?
We're in luck. He's still up there, that tough son of a gun. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen him with my own eyes.
He's friskier than he was when we brought him up in September.
Absolutely.
What did he measure?
There's no way to get a measure of him. We couldn't catch him.
We was on snowshoes. He wasn't. Even though he was belly deep sometimes. He's still a whole lot friskier than we was.
He's not hurting, though, I guarantee you.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
What'd I tell you? A new breed.
Well, this can be the saving of a lot of ranches.
Yes, including ours.
A couple of whiskeys.
I tell you what, Frank. Let's go tell Gordy and Tyson and Griggs about this steer here. And don't wait supper.
No, no.
Right. I can see their faces when you tell them.
We'll see you later, Paul.
Whisky looks good.
One thing I like about winter. No matter how cold it gets outside, you can always stay warm inside.
Well, if we could get the cattle to drink this, they'd stay alive in Alaska.
Say, ain't you fellas going over to the Grange Hall?
What for?
What for? For the drawing.
What draw?
3 weeks from today. It's going to be the first Grange dinner since freeze-up last fall. It's going to be a real barn buster. Why, the boys are over there right now cutting the cards to see who's going to supply the beef.
You know, we ought to get over there. Somebody ought to represent the Ponderosa.
Hey, Joe, I ain't even thawed out yet.
We can thaw it on our way.
As cold as it is out there, it ain't gonna be easy.
Yeah, you got plenty of insulation. Come on, let's go.
That burn it.
Now, come on, will you? Not you.
9 of spades for the Silverleaf Ranch. Thank you, low man.
Hold it, hold it. This ain't official yet till the Ponderosa had a chance to cut.
Oh, Hoss Joe, you're just in time.
Give us a fresh cut on them cards, Mr. Griggs.
All right.
Howdy.
Hello,
How
Hoss.
are you? Long time no see.
Fine, thank you.
Landis, sure to see you at the Christmas party.
So did I.
Well, we had a lot of snow out our way, Hoss. We had to wait till the road was plowed.
Well, I've had a good-looking wife like that. I wouldn't mind being snowbound for a while.
Low card supplies the beef. 9 of spades is low right now.
Well, yeah. You want to cut them, Joe, or you want me to?
Nah, you do it. You're lucky.
All right.
Six of diamonds, low card. Looks like we'll be eating Ponderosa beef.
Well, you'll be eating the best in the world, boys.
Take it from the man that just ate one.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, ain't it?
Well, I guess that about does it.
Everyone who belongs to the Grange is cut, except Mr. Corey.
Well, Mr. Quarry's a very busy man. Howie, you're the new foreman for Mr. Quarry's Lucky T Ranch. Why don't you cut for him?
Well, Howie will be glad to.
Well, that was just kind of a little joke, ma'am. Not a very good one.
Well, Howie can cut for Mr. Quarry. I mean, after all, the Rocker T is Mr. Quarry's largest ranch, and Howie is the foreman.
Well, like I said, ma'am, it was just a kind of a joke.
Well, Howie?
Give me the cards, Mr. Griggs.
4 of spades, low card. Rocket T supplies the beef.
Rocker T will be delighted. Come on, honey, let's buy you that coat.
Well, see you at the party.
It's not her fault. She didn't know any better.
Yeah, but Quarry's gonna scream like a scalded cat. Hey, maybe we could loan old Howie a steer, huh?
How you gonna offer it to him? He's too proud. They'll feel like we're putting him down in front of his wife.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Take it easy, Mr. Griggs. Yeah, so long.
Well, that's pretty.
It's just what I always wanted.
Well, it's just the beginning of what you deserve. Living through a winter snowbound with the likes of me.
The coat cost more than I thought.
That's all right.
$4 more. I can take it back.
No. It was my idea. I told you to buy it.
You're sweet. I do want to look nice at the party.
Yeah, that party.
I'm sorry. It was my fault. I shouldn't have said anything.
It would have helped.
Well, I had to say something. I mean, the minute the Grange were laughing at you.
Oh, wait a minute. They were laughing at Jake Quarry. Now, he's never there to see who supplies the beef, but he's the first man at the table when they start eating it.
He will donate the steer, won't he?
I doubt it.
Well, we can't afford that. I'll take the coat back.
No. You wear it to the party.
I am sorry. Howie, maybe you're wrong. I mean, the least you can do is ask him.
I'll do that right now.
Honest,
Mr. Corey?
heard you're in town.
Oh, we had to come in. We're out of just about everything. I wanted to ask,
Ask me to the Grange dinner? That's big of you. I hear you're supplying the beef.
Well, I thought Rocker T would.
Did I say that?
No, but the other ranchers give...
Giving what they can't afford. That's why the other ranchers are in trouble. You're a long way from the Rocker T. You've got a lot of work to do out there. Landis, a lot of men are out of work. If I find one steer missing from the tally sheet, you're going to be out of work, too.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. I guess I'll have to go up on the hill and find some meat.
We're in trouble. All of us. I visited every East Slope ranch. They're all in the same fix. Cattle turn their backs to the wind. They're driven up against the fences. They pile up there and they freeze to death.
Well, Montana steer is going to save us, huh?
Yes. Yes, I think so. But we're going to have to convince Griggs and the other bankers before they'll lend us the money to buy the herd. That isn't going to be easy.
Oh, why not?
Well, Griggs is doubtful. So the other bankers. You two didn't get close enough to that yearling to take his measure. Griggs is afraid that he's skin and bones and is ready to keel over.
Well, let him try throwing a loop on that steer. I think he roped a full-grown buffalo.
Well, Griggs is a banker, he's not a cattleman. But he is willing to look at the animal. Once you two bring him down.
Paul, we're feeding tomorrow. We're going to need all the hands we got.
I can help.
You've got to go to school, young fella. Day after tomorrow he comes down, huh? Jamie, you got work to do.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. All the way up on Sawtooth, and that's snow and ice again.
Never thought I wish I was back in school.
Yeah, lucky kid.
steer tracks, but no fresh one, huh?
How can you tell they ain't fresh?
Well, the snow on the inside of the tracks all melted.
Uh-huh. Take a look at our tracks. They're just a couple of minutes old, and they're all melted.
I hate to say it, but you're right.
Yeah. There's some more over yonder. But like you say, they ain't fresh neither.
So how do you tell when they're fresh?
Well, you see, little brother, you can always tell when steer tracks are fresh when the steer's still standing in them.
Those are fresh tracks.
Howie, I was beginning to worry. You've been gone so long.
Nothing to worry about.
Oh, you found an elk. Oh, that's wonderful. Now we won't have to explain why we couldn't supply the beef for the Grange dinner. You look hungry. I'll go start supper.
Somebody's been running all over this slope.
Yeah. Looks to these tracks. Must have been a hunter, huh?
Yeah, it could be. It's getting pretty icy.
Yeah. Well, it's getting dark.
Yeah, we better make camp, huh? We're not gonna see anything this late.
No, it's gonna get cold in a minute anyhow.
I mean, in a minute. I'm freezing out. Let's get these red ones in the water.
Move up here behind these rocks. Get out of the wind, huh?
Thanks.
Howie? Howie, what's wrong? You found an elk. I think you'd be happy. Unless you're still mad at me.
I found a steer.
Elk, steer, same difference. It's all good meat.
Not exactly. An elk's wild, belongs to the man that finds it. But a steer, that's property. Belongs to somebody. Where's the owner's brand?
And that's what you found? A branded steer?
And shot and brought home. Man ought to be sure before he shoots. Up there in the snow, 20 miles from where any branded cattle ought to be. Pine Tree brand, Ben Cartwright steer.
It's my fault.
I didn't have to cut the cards. There ain't a cowhand alive that don't know any better than to shoot first and then look.
Don't you think Mr. Cartwright will understand?
I hope so. Finish the chores tomorrow. I'm gonna ride over and tell him. I'll give him this. That'll pay for the steer.
It's been in your family for a long time.
My granddad, my pa, me. Well, maybe Mr. Cartwright will hang on to it and let me buy it back.
Hey, Hoss.
Huh?
You awake?
No.
Are you thinking about getting awake?
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's your turn to start that fire.
I was thinking about it come spring thaw.
Now, come on, we got that yearling to find.
I tell you what, I'll flip you for it.
Okay, heads.
Ah, God.
I always say you want to find out what your foreman's up to. Drop in on him unexpectedly. Looks like you didn't listen. Looks like you helped yourself to one of my steers anyway.
It ain't one of yours, Mr. Corey.
Pine tree. Looks like I've got a rustler on my payroll.
It was an accident. I was hunting elk. I saw the steer. I thought it was a maverick.
Where?
Sawtooth. That's miles from any other Ponderosa stock.
You shot yourself a branded steer. That's rustling. Pure and simple. Members of the Cattlemen's Association all agreed before they joined to prosecute all rustlers, no exceptions. Cartwright may be a friend of yours, but I won't help you. You're going to have to stand trial. Another thing, Cartwright values this steer more than any animal he ever owned. You couldn't have got yourself in more trouble if you shot one of his sons. Of course, rustling one beef or a whole herd, same thing. 5 years prison terms, the least you can get. Unless you run to a mean judge, and you might get 16 years. Anyone see you up there on Sawtooth or the way back?
No, nobody.
You and I are the only ones who know about it?
My wife knows. I told her.
Well, you can keep her quiet. You do something for me, and I'll forget I ever saw this steer. Come on. It's no big chore. Just ride over the Cartwrights and tell him you saw his steer up in Sawtooth, down and dying, winter killed.
I'll tell him all right, but I ain't gonna lie.
You'll do what I tell you, or I'll talk to the sheriff. And you'll spend a lot of years away from home. Do you love your wife? I doubt she'll be here when you get out.
Seems to me there's more to this than just one lie.
I'm just trying to help you.
No. Somehow you're trying to make money out of all this. Well, it won't matter anyway. If they value that steer the way you told me they do, they'll go looking for it.
Not till next spring. Don't you worry about it.
I'll worry if they don't find it.
Now, just don't you worry about it. You, do as I say and ride over there and say your piece.
Or go to prison?
And lose your wife. You go now, you could be back by dark.
You look far, far away.
You caught me.
Whatever it was, you look happy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me about it. I could use a happy thought.
You have so many worries of your own. I'll tell you some other time.
Well, I do have a problem or two. I can guess what it is. You're happy because winter's just about over.
I certainly am. You know, I'm not used to not having a lot of people around me. You know, my big family. Howie, you know, I wouldn't have been able to have made it without you.
Sure you could have.
Mm-mm. I don't have your courage.
Well, there are a lot of people who are snowed in all winter, all alone.
I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to make it. But next winter, it'll be better.
Maybe. Should be easier next winter. You've been through one.
Oh, I don't mean that. I won't be alone next winter. There'll be 3 of us.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. I didn't want to tell you, but
I'll drive you to the doctor tomorrow.
No, I feel fine. I get a little queasy in the morning, but that's natural. You are pleased, aren't you?
Of course I'm pleased. I'm glad you told me now. Kind of makes things clearer for me. I'll be back before dark.
Are you going to the Cartwrights?
Yeah,
Are you going to take the watch?
sure. Thanks for reminding me. I was up on Sawtooth hunting elk, and I saw one of your steers, Mr. Cartwright. It's in a pretty bad way. So thin, the bones were about to poke through the hide. Fell while I was watching and couldn't get up. Looked to me like he was winter killed.
You sure he was dead?
Sure. I've seen too much of it this winter to be wrong. Well, I was just riding by. I thought you'd like to know.
Well, it's no use us waiting around for Hoss and Joe.
Turns out your Montana breed was not as hardy as you hoped. It's a shame. If that steer had survived, we might have seen our way clear to loan you money to buy Montana stock. As it is, it'd Be a waste.
All right, Joe. Hey, James. Where's Bob? In the kitchen. Hey, Bob! Yep. Was it a cold goose up there? Yeah. Hey, we couldn't find that yearling.
No, I didn't figure you would.
How come?
Well, Howie came by soon after you'd left and told me he'd been up there and he'd seen the steer die.
Die of what?
The winter kill.
Oh, I find that pretty hard to believe.
That steer we saw up there 4 days ago sure wasn't suffering no hunger pangs.
If he lasted the whole winter, that last storm wasn't gonna hurt him any.
I know. Howie's a good friend, but I still can't figure out why he'd spend a whole day in the saddle just to tell us that he'd seen one of our dead steers.
Hey, do you know how important that steer was to us?
Well, Jake Quarry knows, and Howie works for him.
Well, then how he knows? I think he's lying. I don't think he ever saw that steer die from winter kill.
Well, we're just guessing. That really isn't fair. Let's ride up there tomorrow morning. And this time we'll look for a winter-killed steer, not one that's up and running. Why don't you fellas get cleaned up?
It's getting pretty deep up here.
Let's tether them in that clump of trees down there.
That was deep. Yeah.
Last time we saw him, Paul, that steer was right up there among them rocks, making like a mountain goat.
And he outran you, huh?
Some. Of course, he had one advantage. He didn't have on none of these dang snowshoes.
He was just playing games with us. Ran circles around us a couple of times.
Well, sure doesn't sound like a weak and starving animal to me.
Yeah. He wasn't. Leastwise, not that day.
He was as healthy as Big Brother there.
Yeah.
Howie said the last time he saw that yearling, he'd fallen down among the rocks up in the meadow.
And I still say how he's lying.
Well, he should be easy enough to find. Ain't but one meadow up there.
All right, that's where we'll look. Once we get up there, we'll split. Be able to cover 3 times as much ground that way. I've got an axe in my saddlebag. We'll need some poles to poke the drifts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it. No, nothing.
Neither.
I'll tell you one thing, there's no winter kill steer up there.
I think I'd like to talk to Howie again.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I'm glad you stopped by. I didn't expect you over this way.
Well, we're just up in Sawtooth. Looking for that yearling of ours. Couldn't find a trace of him.
Well, there's a big flat up there. Rocks and trees at the north end makes kind of a meadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where we were.
That's where I saw him. Fell against the rocks.
Well, we searched that whole area.
Well, he must be under a drift.
We poked around every drift on that mountainside. He ain't up there.
Well, I could have sworn he was down for good. He must have got up and moved.
The shape you said he was in, he couldn't move very far, could he?
We didn't find him.
I told you what I saw. I didn't hang around to watch your steer die.
Howie, just your prints up there and ours. Nobody else's. Now, I'm asking you as a friend. All you saw was our dying steer.
That's all. I swear it. Why don't you come in and get warm, have a bite to eat before you go?
Another time, Howie. Let's move on, Hoss.
Aren't they coming in? Will I make fresh go? Howie, I thought you told me that everything was all right between you and the Cartwrights.
Well, it seems the Cattlemen's Association members made some sort of an agreement to prosecute rustlers, and I might be prosecuted.
Well, you're not a rustler.
I know that, and the Cartwrights know it. I don't know, it's something legal.
All started when you cut those cars. It's my fault. I wanted everyone to know that you were the foreman of the Rocker T. Because I'm proud of you.
Proud of me? Why?
Take me all day to tell you that. Just seems like lately we've been so far apart.
Well, I've had other things on my mind.
I know you're in trouble. But as long as we face it together, good, bad, rich, poor, it doesn't matter. As long as we have each other.
Even if I go to jail for rustling?
You're not going to go to jail. I'll tell the judge. And if he doesn't believe me, I'll scratch his eyes out.
Fire and brimstone. You talk a good fight, but you couldn't hurt anybody.
Neither could you.
Well, the fix I'm in. No matter what I do, we're both gonna be hurt.
Howie, I love you. And no matter what happens, I always will.
Sorry I'm late, boys.
Sorry,
You didn't miss anything.
Quarry's at it again.
You gentlemen are in for a treat. Rocker T beef, donated by Jake Corey. It's the best. You'll see. Evening, ladies. Nevada's best beef coming up. Donated by Jake Corey. Excuse me.
He sure is a busy man, isn't he?
Put a saddle on him, he'd make a great cutting horse. Already cornered Tyson, now he's working on Gorley.
Soup's on, folks.
Ed, can I talk to you a minute before you sit down? You sign that quitclaim deed tonight, and I'll give you the cash. I got it on me.
Price is still $3 an acre?
That's right. Well, it's still more than you get from anybody else. I got the deed on me.
I'll have to think on it, Mr. Quarry.
I hear your Montana steer didn't make it.
So I hear.
That's too bad. Griggs, does that mean the bank loan won't go through on the Montana herd?
Don't talk business at social gatherings, Mr. Quarry.
Don't blame you. Rocker T. Fine beef, if I do say so myself. Rocker T. beef. Compliments of Jake Corey. Rocker T. beef. Rocker T. beef. Compliments of Jake Corey. Compliments of Jake Corey.
Listen, everybody. This ain't Rocker T beef. It's Cartwright beef, Montana beef.
That's a lie.
You wouldn't donate, Quarry. You almost fired me when I asked you to.
Well, you're fired now.
Montana beef. I shot it.
Landis, you keep your mouth shut.
Hold it, Quarry. Go ahead, Howie.
You've been hearing how the Cartwright yearling was winter killed. It just ain't so. I shot it in 4 feet of snow up on Sawtooth, thinking it was a maverick. I had to chase it for an hour to get it in my sights.
That's a lie.
It's the truth.
I suppose you were there.
No, I wasn't there. But I was in the yard when Howie brought the steer back down from the mountain.
One of them lies and the other swears to it. They're in on this with Cartwright. They're trying to get that bank loan so they can get that Montana herd. That stock ain't as good as what we breed right here. Now, I don't care what Landis says. This is rock or beef.
I can prove I shot that steer up on Sawtooth. I can show you where I dressed it out.
All right, I will take you up on that. We'll ride up with you first thing in the morning.
You'll need witnesses.
I'll be there.
I don't like horseback riding in the snow, but I'll be there.
I think I may eat this now.
Now, let's get into these shoes. About as far as we're able to get on the horses.
It's the part I could do without, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Since no one wants to believe me, I thought I'd come along to see what Mr. Landis has to show you. Any objections?
Your privilege. It's government property. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Snowshoes could be so tricky. I spent half my time falling down and getting up.
It'll take you a little while to get used to them.
I think this is my first and last attempt.
All right. How much further do we have to go?
All 3, maybe 4 miles.
You cover the whole ridge looking for help?
No, sir. I came up the south slope. It's near the Rocker T. Time I got the tops when I saw the steer.
Landis, you want us to really believe you shot a steer in country like this?
I shot it and you know it.
Cartwright, you offer him a job?
No, I didn't even know I needed one till last night.
He's hoping you will. He's hoping you'll hire him on to help bring that Montana herd down. That's why I made up the story about the steer.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna walk our legs off till we can't move. There won't be nothing there, because there's nothing to find.
There is.
You swear to that?
Yeah, I swear.
All right, raise your right hand and swear.
I swear.
Denman, the man's a rustler. Arrest him.
Well, not quite yet, Mr. Corey.
Landis, you can't even lie yourself into jail.
Hold it, hold it.
Hold it. Hold it, Howie.
Howie.
Hold it, hold it.
Hold it now. Come on, Howie. Finding that steer's the important thing.
Fellas are gonna need all your energy for walking around these hills.
Howie, you just prove you shot that steer, then you'll be helping all of us. And I promise you there'll be no prosecution.
Ready to go whenever you are.
All right, let's go right now, huh? Come on.
Hold it. Hey, what's that down there? Winter kill, huh?
Yeah.
What brand?
Pine tree.
What brand?
I said pine tree.
There's your Montana steer. I guess that shows you who's right, Mr. Griggs.
No, I shot that Montana steer. I'll show you where I dressed it out.
Sure, you can show us where you dressed it out. Show us some blood, huh? How do we know it isn't from a deer or an elk?
Let's take a look at the brand.
Looks a little wide and thick, don't it?
Yeah, look at that little hump. That was never in our brand.
Yeah, it looks like a running iron has been used on that.
Cartwright, you trying to get out from under?
The brand's in question. There must be some way to prove who's right.
There is. I'll skim that brand off. And if it's an honest and original brand, then on the bottom side of the hide, it'll all be the same color.
Yeah, if it isn't, the change will show up.
Well, if a running iron's been used, it'll be admissible as evidence in court. Down there, all right?
I brought the steer up here. That's all I'm going to say.
If I were in your place, I wouldn't talk either. Attempted murder using a running iron.
Denman, it's your responsibility to get me to a doctor.
Oh, we'll get you there.
Shames me that I lied to you about that steer.
Well, Corey threatened to send you to jail if you didn't lie.
That's what he said.
Threats and duress wouldn't stand up in court. Howie, everything'll be all right. You're a good foreman. And there are plenty of places around here for a good foreman.
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Maria will be happy to know that you think that way.
You be sure and tell her I said so.
I will.
Joseph, if we took the south slope, we could get Howie home 2 or 3 hours sooner, couldn't we?
Darn right.
And he could see his wife 2 or 3 hours sooner.
That's all right with me.
Let's get to move with that, man.